Wasabi Wallet. Unfairly private.
CoinOS.io is a web-based Bitcoin wallet that allows you to send and receive payments in 3 flavors, whether it be main chain, Lightning Network, or Liquid Network. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to utilize the platform as well as some of the cool features that it enables. I am Ben with the BTC Sessions, and this is your daily session.
HODL the Bitcoin.
Before we dive in, quick shout out to sponsors of the show, Shakepay.com. If you are buying Bitcoin in Canada, you've got to check out Shakepay. They are the easiest and best way to do it. No deposit fees, no withdrawal fees. They cover the minor fees for withdrawal, and they've got some of the cheapest rates / margins in the market. Super simple to use. E-transfers are a breeze, and they've got a killer referral program. Also, once you refer somebody, you can shake your phone every single day for additional free sats. So be sure to check them out. The links are down below, and you can get a deal after your first $100 purchase. They'll pitch you some free dollars to buy more Bitcoin. Up next, we have LEDN.io, where you can use your Bitcoin for a variety of different services. In particular, for me, if you're ever in a pinch and you need to get your hands on dollars, but you don't want to sell your Bitcoin, of course, because that's a taxable event. Maybe you're worried about buying back in at a higher price. Well, this could be for you. Simple. Deposit Bitcoin, get dollars to your bank account within 24 hours. When you pay back those dollars, you get back the same amount of Bitcoin. They also have savings accounts for Bitcoin and USDC, and they've got their B2X offering. If you're feeling mega bullish, check them out in the links down below. By the way, if you sign up for their savings account through that link, you'll get $10 into your savings for free. Up next, Bitrefill. I do live on Bitcoin. This helps me a lot. Every gift card you can imagine, and you can pay for them with Bitcoin, both on-chain and Lightning Network. And they have sats back as you shop, so you are earning Bitcoin back as you shop, and they've got a pretty good referral program too. Check them out in the links down below. Keystone, you know these guys, one of my favorite and most used hardware wallets. Everything is 100% air gap, meaning you never plug it into anything internet connected. It's all done via QR code. It also works on all my favorite third-party software wallets, Blue Wallet, Wasabi, Spectre, Sparrow, and it's really good in a multi-sig. So check them out. Links are down below. And finally, if you're backing up any important Bitcoin wallet, be sure to back it up in solid steel if there's a meaningful amount of funds. BillFodl over at privacypros.io has you covered here. This is how I back up all of my important hardware wallets. Keeps you safe from things like fire damage and water damage, or just being careless and discarding pieces of paper. So be sure to check them out. And with that, let's dive into the tutorial. So here we are on CoinOS.io. Now, first off the hop, I want to let you know that CoinOS can be used both in a custodial and non-custodial manner. But if you opt to use non-custodial, you'll only be able to interact with main chain and Liquid Network. And this is due to the way that Lightning Network works. You need to be constantly connected or have access to the internet at all times to send and receive payments, so on and so forth. So it just doesn't make sense in this custodial kind of login model to have Lightning Network accessible. It's just not feasible. So for today, we're going to be using the custodial model so that we can see all 3 use cases. And in my opinion, using it this way would be kind of just for quick interaction when you want to have access to all of those chains in a very simple way. But I wouldn't put a large amount of funds into anything like this if you're using a custodial model for really anything. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, when you first navigate to the page, you'll have your regular login here, and then the options below, again, sign in if you already have an account. You can use anonymously. This will generate a one-time use, both a username and a password, but beware because it'll generate it. It's pretty quick, and if you don't make note of those things and you navigate away from the page while you still have funds in there, well, they're gone. So just be conscious of that. I think it's much better to either register an account, basically your login, username, and password, make it up yourself, or as we're going to do now, which is the easiest and kind of the coolest option, is to sign in with LN URL. And what this allows you to do is to use your Lightning wallet to be your login credentials. So it's still anonymous, but it's linked to a Lightning wallet that you already have. In this case, I'm going to be using Breez Wallet. If you have not learned about Breez Wallet, which is a mobile Lightning wallet, you can check out, I have a full tutorial on how to use it, and I will link that in the show notes. But without further ado, let's log in and see how to do that with Breez Wallet. All right, so I've got Breez Wallet open here. It's got some sats on it, although that's not important if you're just using it as a login. Regardless, over on CoinOS, we're going to click on sign in with LN URL. And this is going to give us a QR code that we can scan. On Breez Wallet, very simple. We're just going to hit the scan button. Let's scan what's on our screen here. And then it says, do you want to anonymously log in to coinos.io? I'm just going to hit yes. You'll see right away it logs me in to my existing account. You can see that I've been using the thing already, so it'll look a little bit different for you. But in general, this is how it's going to look. Let's just do a little bit of navigating here and get a good idea what's in front of us. If you do go up top to the username, when you first log in, it will not be something specific to you. I've already set this up, but you can click on whatever they give you as a username. You can go to settings and you can change that right here. You can also do things like change passwords, set pins, set up two-factor authentication. You can choose your fiat currency denomination that you see, have notifications, all that kind of stuff is done from that settings page. All right, back on the home page, again, you're going to see your balance, previous transactions. Note that here you see incoming transactions, and then you see added transactions that were spent through various means. So Lightning Network, Liquid Network, you can see the difference there. And then you see outgoing transactions that were done with something called vouchers. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But regardless, you'll see all incoming and outgoing transactions here. So first up, let's practice receiving Bitcoin payments into CoinOS. Really simple, just navigate to the bottom and you're going to tap on Receive. This will take you to your receive screen. Now, if you'll notice up top, you've got options. You've got Lightning, Liquid, and regular Bitcoin on the main chain. And it will auto have a Lightning invoice just for a blank invoice, which not all wallets support. And what a blank invoice will do will require the sender to put in the amount of sats that they're sending. But we're going to actually do an invoice, okay? So let's start with our Lightning payment, okay? Now, as before, I have Breez Wallet pulled up because I already have some sats in there. And just on CoinOS, you can hit show QR code, which will show a QR code that is scannable. And if I scan this with Breez, I will be able to put in an amount if I choose to. But actually, I want to put in an actual invoice. Okay, so I'm going to click on amount here. And then you simply put in the amount of sats that you would like to receive. So I will do 1,000 sats, we'll say. Yeah, let's go for 1,000 sats. That's nice and easy. We'll just hit done. Perfect. Now, it will typically show, there we go, the US dollar amount there. So I can see that's only about 64 cents. And then I can choose show QR code. And I'm going to hit the scan button on Breez. I'll just scan it off screen here quick. And then it says, you were requested to pay 1,000 sats, cancel or approve. I will approve that payment. And there we go. We see a payment coming into CoinOS, 1,000 sats, and that is spendable right now. Perfect. So that is one method of receiving payments. Let's go to the next. So from this main screen here, once again, I'm going to go down to the bottom. I'm going to hit receive. And now this time I'm going to go up and I'm going to hit Liquid for the Liquid network. Now I have pulled up the Blockstream Green wallet, which enables both main chain Bitcoin and Liquid network or liquid Bitcoin transactions, and I've got some liquid Bitcoin in there. Again, if you don't know how to use this wallet or the liquid network, I also have videos on that, and I will have those down below in the show notes if you want to check them out. But very simple, liquid functions exactly as main chain Bitcoin in terms of how to send and receive. So we have an address here, which could be copy and pasted wherever we wanted. There's a copy button right there if you need it. Or we can just simply bring up the QR code, and this will be scannable just like a regular Bitcoin address would be. So within Liquid, I'm going to hit the send button, and I'm just going, or rather within Blockstream Green, and then I'll just hit the scan button so I can scan the QR code. I will double check the address that I've scanned on my phone versus what's on the computer. That looks good to me. And I will hit continue. I'm going to choose what I'm sending, which is liquid Bitcoin. And how many sats do I want to send? So I'm sending 15,000 sats, LSATs, sorry. And I'm going to hit review, slide to continue. And that has been sent. And we should, there we go. It's popped up. And as with the Bitcoin main chain, there are required confirmations before the funds are considered fully spendable and secure. And so with Liquid, that happens quite a bit quicker. So there's a hard 2-minute time frame before they are considered fully confirmed and spendable, but there will be there's a confirmation every minute. So it takes 2 confirmations to be officially confirmed. Okay, so we'll be back when this money is officially confirmed. The last way we're going to receive a transaction through CoinOS is on the main chain using a regular Bitcoin transaction. And for this, I have pulled up Blue Wallet. Again, if you're unfamiliar, check in the show notes and there will be a full tutorial on it. Regardless, we're going to go down to the bottom. We're going to hit receive yet again. By the way, on this main screen here, these details that are up with each transaction, you can just condense those down by clicking on the transaction itself and looking on opposite other transactions. You can expand or drop that information down. Anyways, down to the receive button, and we're going to navigate now to Bitcoin. And very simple, you can see there is an address there, and we can show the QR code, or we could have copied that address if we wanted to. And we're just in Blue Wallet, we're going to hit send, and we're going to hit scan. Perfect. And then how much are we going to be sending over? I'm going to send over 50,000 sats, I think, which is around $30. We'll change our fee. We'll hit next. And send now. Off it goes. And there we go. We can see 50,000 sats coming into CoinOS Wallet, and we will be back when this is confirmed, and we'll practice sending money. So now that we have received Bitcoin through 3 different methods, which we can see on the screen here, transaction 1 was Lightning for 1,000 sats, transaction 2 was Liquid Network for 15,000 sats, and transaction 3 was Bitcoin main chain for 50,000 sats. We can now see a total balance up top and all of our previous transactions, and we can now get into sending Bitcoin out. Now, there are a few different ways to do this, obviously, through the various chains, but you can also, if you navigate down to the bottom, there's a send button. This is where you would paste in an address or a Lightning invoice or an address for Liquid. All of those are possible here. But if you have a wallet in front of your screen and you want to use your webcam, which we will right now, you can use the scan function. So first, let's practice Lightning. I'm going to do this on Breez here. I'm just going to hit receive via invoice, and I'm going to do 2,000 sats and hit create. So I've got an invoice right here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit scan. Now, it's really quickly looked through my webcam. Everything was all good. It says 2,000 sats going to this address. I can add a memo if I want. I'm not going to right now. And I'm going to hit send. Payment sent and payment received on my end. Now, this is the important part that I want to stress here. Did you notice that I originally sent 1,000 sats via Lightning to CoinOS, but I sent 2,000 sats to my Breez wallet via Lightning? And what this means is this is a single unified balance in CoinOS. It doesn't matter what way you received the Bitcoin. You can send it out any way you want using this model, which is a fantastic feature. And it's the number one use case for me of CoinOS, is being able to send in Bitcoin in whatever form I want and withdraw it in whatever form I want. So if I want some funds on Liquid, well, I can just load this up with main chain or Lightning and then pull off to Liquid, or vice versa, however I want to do it. So that's beautiful. So let's keep it going. Let's go ahead and let's do a transaction for Liquid Network. So I've got my Blockstream Green wallet pulled up here. I'm just going to hit the receive button, which will bring up my Liquid Network QR code. I'm going to hit that scan button down at the bottom of the screen again. And it quickly reads my address, which I will double check between my screen and my phone. Looks all good. And let's see here. We sent in 15,000 sats, I believe. Let's send out 20,000 sats here. Done. Okay, and we'll hit send. Payment sent. And I can see here in Blockstream Green, I have an incoming transaction for 20,000 sats. So we're all set on that front. Finally, let's go and send an on-chain Bitcoin transaction. So just here in Blue Wallet, I'm going to hit receive so that I have my address QR code pulled up. Then on CoinOS, I'm going to go down to scan once again. All right. It does say invalid amount up there, but that's just because I have to type in what I want to send. There was no amount put into the QR code here. So I'm going to do this for 25,000 sats, and I'm going to hit done. That calculates the fee for me. I will put this as replaceable, which is a feature called RBF, so that if you do need to bump the fee later, you can. Okay, so I will go ahead and put that in, and I will go ahead and hit send. Perfect. Payment sent. Everything looks good there. And I can see the notification in Blue Wallet that I've got a new unconfirmed transaction. I can just X out of this, and I can see it pending right there for 25,000 sats. Now, there are a couple other really cool features here on CoinOS in regards to sending or gifting Bitcoin to people. And you can reach that just down at the bottom right from the send button. You're going to hit send. And of course, you can go here. You can paste in addresses, keys, invoices, usernames, URLs. All of that stuff can be pasted in here if you want to make a payment. But down below, there's the option for a voucher and for paper. And let's take a look at what those things do and test them out a little bit. The voucher one is what I want to focus on here. When you hit voucher, you can create a voucher that is redeemable by anybody for any amount that you choose. So I'm going to type in how many sats I want that to be. We'll do 1,000 sats, and then I will hit done, and then we'll hit go. This brings us to a redemption or a voucher redemption page. All right, you can see how much Bitcoin it's worth and the US dollar value of it, and you have a couple options. Now, if you've gotten to this and you're already logged in to your CoinOS wallet on your browser, then you can simply hit the claim button. Okay, so you just hit this claim button right here, and it reverts right back to your balance. You can see the incoming transaction right there. Now, if I want, I can do that again and hit voucher, and I'm going to do it for, again, 1,000 sats, and I'll hit done and go. And what can also be done here is you can hit the share button, and this is scannable if somebody has CoinOS on their phone. Okay, so I will go ahead. I've got the exact same account pulled up here on my phone, but what I can do, oops, what I can do is I can hit the scan button right here. Scan, and that brings me to this same page here, and I can hit claim. And that again takes the funds back to my CoinOS account. Now, of course, here on the screen, there is a URL up top that can be shared with anybody. It can be shared anywhere. And once they get to this page, they can redeem that amount. If you hit redeem and you're not logged in, you don't have an account, it will create a temporary one for you, and then you can send it out to any external wallet that you want. But just again, as I cautioned before, if you're going to continue using that wallet, then make sure you make note of the password and everything like that. Okay. So I'm going to make one more of these and make a voucher here. Let's do it for 5,000 sats this time. And we'll hit go. And I'm going to hit share here. And actually, I'm going to leave those 5,000 sats right there. So if you're quick and you're the first person and you get your CoinOS wallet going, you can go ahead and scan this with your phone and have that be sent to your account. You can redeem this voucher. So I'm not going to put the URL or anything in there. You're going to have to do a bit of navigating, but whoever gets it first, congrats. Enjoy the 5,000 sats. The last thing I want to touch on here is the paper wallet option. Okay, when you click here, basically puts together everything you need for a paper wallet that you can fund. Now, again, paper wallets aren't the most secure. And of course, this is done via the web. It's connected. So I wouldn't put a meaningful amount of money on anything like this. But for novelty's sake, if you want to play around, absolutely, you can. It gives you the seed phrase up top, it gives you the receiving address right here, and it gives you the private key, which would then be used for sweeping said wallet. You can set up an encryption password if you so choose, and you can also, this basically means that if somebody has this QR code for the private key, then it won't matter if they don't have the password as well. Okay, so your seed is there. You can copy and paste. Again, not the most secure. Your address for receiving is here in this QR code, and the private key is here in this QR code, which can be swept with things like Blue Wallet and so on and so forth. When you go to hit fund, it will give you, you can put in an amount of sats to send to this wallet. Of course, that will have to be on chain. All right. So you're not going to be sending 50 cents to a wallet or something like that, because transaction fees will eat that up. But that's how you would do it. And from that paper screen, by the way, I just went back into it. It does change your seed every single time. So it's not going to be the same, and you're not going to have to hit refresh or anything like that. It's going to be a different seed every time. So also important to keep that information if you do fund it, because you're not going to be able to get back to it. All right. And that's about that. There's a print button down below if you want to print this information. Always a good idea if you're doing so. I wouldn't use paper wallets too much, but it is fun to play around with a little bit. Navigate back to wallets, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We've gone through everything that I care to cover on this, and it's a nice little easy way to interact with Bitcoin through 3 different methods. Overall, CoinOS is a fun, easy way to interact with Bitcoin in a variety of different ways. And yeah, I've had a good experience with it, so I encourage you to play around. But of course, as always, exercise caution with anything if using it in a custodial manner. And if you're putting any meaningful amount of funds on anything, it's probably best to get it in cold storage rather than anything web-based that has touched the internet. With that, still fun to play with. So be sure to check it out and let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please do hit like, subscribe, and share. All of those things really do help get the show out to more eyeballs. Of course, if you want to help in another way, you can hit up the previously mentioned sponsors down below: Shakepay, LEDN, Bitrefill, Keystone, and BillFodl. And if you really liked what you saw, you can always hit me up with a Bitcoin tip at my Strike page. That is strike.me/BTC session. So you get there, you type in any amount you please, you hit that tip button, and you'll be greeted with a Lightning invoice, or depending on the amount, you can click to the right and see a regular Bitcoin QR code. With that, I am out. Have yourselves a wonderful day or evening wherever you may be. And I'll see you guys next time for your daily session.
Hodl the Bitcoin.